That's me.
Curling 20 kilo dumbbells, which is freaking lightweight. And hold on, this is how my arms looked few years back, and this is how it looks now. Staggering, right, but not as impressive as Ishan Thakur's fake NATTY transformation. Facts, no printer. Dear friend, this exercise is super underrated to build massive biceps, and it can be named in a super nuanced way as seated dumbbell alternating bicep curls. So now let's discuss about the boring biomechanics and the corpse physiology of this goddamn exercise. Now let's consider this very formula: torque equals force into moment arm. You can note that in the lengthened position. Wait one sec, let me pause the freaking video. Yeah. This is the lengthened position. Okay. This is the line of force. One sec, let me redraw it. This is the goddamn line of force. The axis of rotation is somewhere here. Okay. And you can note that the formula torque in the moment arm, the torque in the lengthened position is 0 because the moment arm length is freaking small, just like my freaking dick. I have a small dick, and that's okay. And here, the torque is literally 0 in the goddamn lengthened position. That's why the science-based hypertrophy nerds hate this freaking movement. Why? Because the lengthened tension is 0. 0. And this freaking exercise does not go along with the stretch mediated hypertrophy and the lengthened partial bandwagon. That's why people shit on this movement. But this movement is great, and millions of gym bros have developed big freaking biceps doing this freaking movement again and again. Now, let me play the video and let's discuss about the mid-range and the contracted position. Okay, one sec. Yeah. Yeah, this is the mid-range of this movement. You can note that this is the line of force. This is the axis of rotation, and this, let me use an other color, this is the moment arm. You can note that the torque in the mid-range is massive, which is great for hypertrophy as usual. Now let's discuss about the contracted position. Yeah, this is where it is. Similarly, we draw the line of force. We find out the axis of rotation, which is the elbow joint, and then we draw the moment arm, which is the horizontal distance to the line of force from the axis of rotation. You can note that in the contracted position there is a good degree of torque, which is good for muscle hypertrophy. So this exercise is good, guys. It offers good torque, good degree of torque in the mid-range in the contracted position, and it offers negligible amount of torque in the lengthened position, which is actually good if you feel aches and pains, spamming the movements in the lengthened position. Okay, so to conclude, do your freaking alternating bicep curls with the goddamn dumbbells. And sorry, my dear hypertrophy nerds, all exercises are great. It's just that you need to make them freaking work to your goals, to your whatever. So now let's talk about the form cues. Wait one sec. So you can note that my scapula is relaxed. I'm not retracting my scapula and pinning them. It's just able to move freely, which is freaking super important because you need to let your scapulas move freely so that it actually obeys the scapulohumeral rhythm, which is good for your shoulder health in the long run. You can also note that while I'm performing the alternating bicep curls, I'm doing the pronated to the supinated thing, okay? Which is not necessarily freaking bad, but imagine I'm doing the curls with the starting point where I'm already having my wrist supinated, okay? Like you're doing curls with a supinated grip, which provides better leverage to the goddamn biceps because the biceps is above, okay? And we all know that the bicep brachii actively assists in supinating the wrist as well as elbow flexion. So you can explore with this goddamn thing. Maybe you're performing your bicep curls with the pronated to supinated grip. Maybe once a while you can switch to the supinated grip and you can note how it feels. Personally, this is an anecdotal evidence, okay? This is my personal anecdote. While I do the pronated to supinated version of the dumbbell curls, a lot of this, the forearm musculature and also the brachialis gets pumped a lot. But when I do the supinated only bicep curl, the biceps get recruited more, which is freaking obvious because the biceps brachii actively assists in supination and also elbow flexion. So that's my personal anecdote. Give it a try and let me know your reviews in the comment section below. So please do all your freaking bicep curls seated, okay? And you can thank me later because this massively reduces the axial fatigue. Maybe you're a beginner, you're curling 10 kilo dumbbells. You may not feel a lot of fatigue in your goddamn back, but now you're into the early intermediate phases, like me, I assume, and you're curling 20 kilo dumbbells now. And you know that, my back is fatigued, my back hurts. Just do your curls seated, mate. It freaking works. No cap. I have also seen people using the regular lifting straps. I'll put an image in case you don't know. So they say that they feel less of their forearms and more of their biceps by actually strapping up the heavy dumbbells for curling. I personally haven't tried this, but if someone amongst you watching this video has personally tried this, let me know your review in the comment section below. Coming down fast, okay? The final verdict is alternating bicep curls are freaking great. And to bias different ranges of motion and different planes of motion, you can pair this exercise with other variants like preacher curl, concentration curl, or frontal plane bicep curls. Time to conclude this freaking video, and this is me posing with the queen. I hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
देखिए एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए, महाकाल का दबा के लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए। 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए। यहाँ पे देखिए ऐसा क्वेश्चन चुटकी बजाते